Next up, at UFC Vegas 106, we have the main event of the evening.
1999. Yeah, that's about right. About 13, 14, yeah, about 13 years old, seeing that Varsity Blues, man. I'm like, woo, woo, Miss Davis. Goodness gracious, you got my heart beating like a phone book in a dry, baby.
Phone book in a dryer. All right. Ooh. Next up, at UFC Vegas 106, we have Gilbert Burns taking on Michael Morales. Gilbert Burns, 22-8 in his career. A very unfortunate 2-3 in his last 5 on a very unfortunate 3-fight losing skid. He's taking on Michael Morales, 17-0, undefeated.
Speaking of getting your heart racing.
You know what's funny? I
saw that comment.
Oh, that's why he said that? I was like,
no, but I know that's what you're about to talk about. I was like,
so I was like, this dude is a good looking dude because his eyes are like
he's
blue.
not good looking. He's fucking beautiful.
This dude is like Angelo saying Michael Morales is good looking tells you everything you need to know about him. And actually, what's funny is all the replies are like, either that dude's good looking or who cares, which was nice to see the community.
He's getting a little bit. He's getting a little bit Peyton Talbot in him. I'll tell you that. He's getting a little. I think getting a little zesty, which makes him.
Is he really? What's funny is my cousin.
He's got the dangly earrings now. He's wearing the rib shirts. He's doing the model shoots. He's doing the fucking. Throw a little lip gloss on there. You know what I mean?
My cousin texted
Angela
me.
loves femboys.
My cousin lives in New York City. He texted me. I woke up to a text. He was like, do you know a fighter named Michael Morales or who he is? I said, yes. Why? And he goes, I was hanging out with his brother last night. I literally said, is his brother good looking too? And he goes, no, he's short and fat. And then he said the picture, he was short and fat. It's like, God, that's got to be frustrating. But that's the life.
That's a fucking beautiful man, dude.
That they live.
Right now.
Listen, I understand all the love for Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns has established himself as a fan favorite, a gamer. He's a grappler. He's developed hands over time. He's got decent power, especially considering he's a 155-pounder that moved up. He's a little undersized for this division, but he is tough as shit. He'll move forward. He's got a pretty good personality. He is coming off that decision loss, though, to Sean Brady, where Sean just showed him zero respect in the grappling department whatsoever. Took him down 7 times, just went right after him. He's taking on Michael Morales. Michael Morales, on paper, does all of the things. Freestyle wrestling.
Damn!
Muay Thai national
I didn't see him with the braids, though. God damn what I would do to that man. Oh, Lordy. Damn, that's a good look.
You need to relax. Michael Morales is very accomplished in multiple martial arts. Fantastic footwork, great jab, nice loose boxing stance, and that allows him to work in and out really well. His takedowns are clean, but they're more throws and trips than traditional shots. He's coming off that finish win over Neil Magny, where the exchange was incredible. He defended a takedown, he threw a spinning back elbow, dropped Neil, and then finished him. And Gilbert Burns is in the unfortunate reality of what the UFC does to their aging stars. Gilbert Burns is a guy that stepped up to the plate multiple times. Short notice step-ups, fought Hamzat when nobody else would fight him, put on some very solid performances. But he's a little older, lost a few times. Now the UFC is like, fuck him. Feed him to a young prospect who should make a name off of him. And that's what we have here. The line reflects that. The people are aware of that. Gilbert Burns is tough. He's a gamer. He'll come in here, he'll swing. He'll try to make something happen. I'm sure he's putting in the work and doing all the things, but Michael Morales is going to be too young, too fast, too strong, too good at everything. Michael Morales wins this fight. The odds are spot on, unfortunately. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, it's a bad matchup for a guy like Gilbert Burns. I like Gilbert Burns, and he's definitely talented everywhere. Obviously, he's getting later in his career. We'll see when he ends up hanging it up, but he needs to get into the fights that he's going to win at this stage in his career are people that he can make brawl with him, and he could try to out-brawl. You saw the Chimaev fight, right? He turned that into a brawl and then nearly fucking pulled that shit out. That's the type of fight that he needs at this point in his career because the speed isn't quite there, but if he gets in the pocket, he can still land big shots. He's a cannonball in there, and that's where he can try to mix in the wrestling and stuff like that. So he's got to turn fights into a brawl, and unfortunately for him, Michael Morales, he just doesn't brawl people. right? I mean, he is a rangy kickboxer, and if you pressure him too much, he has some wrestling too that he can go to as well. It's just that it's not that type of fight. And maybe Michael Morales, main event, 5 rounds, he comes in and tries to be somebody he's not, prove a point against an aging guy, and maybe Gilbert can kind of bait him into that fight or that type of fight, which is what he's going to need. But on the outside, he's just going to get picked apart. And on the outside, kind of like the with the Bilal JDM stuff, when he's getting picked apart on the outside, I don't think he's going to be able to have those takedowns. Obviously, he got him against JDM, but JDM, now people realize that arm really did kind of affect him, and he was still kind of scrambling hard, but I don't think he's going to be able to take down a guy like Morales. He's not going to have the hands to set it up, and Mark Morales is probably just going to wear him down, and we'll see if Gilbert kind of maybe goes out on his shield, right? Maybe he knows in his head, like, hey, I'm giving it one more go to beat a prospect. I have no idea. We saw a situation like that with Tyron Woodley, right? I mean, Tyron Woodley, that last fight, all of a sudden it was like, holy shit. He just went through and just fucking bombing wild shit. So, if Gilbert Burns gets down 2 or 3 rounds and is like, this is for my career, things could turn wild. And that's where Michael could find a finish as well. So I like Michael, maybe a finish, but probably, honestly, could be a boring decision.
Yeah, I mean, it likely will. Dude, Michael Morales and Natalia Silva have a very similar fighting style, and they're both great looking. Like, they would make a phenomenal. They'd be a power.
Youssef is better looking than Michael Morales.
Sure.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not saying he's ugly, but he's not better looking than Michael Morales. That's like saying,
have you seen
who's better looking,
Youssef
Ryan Gosling or?
Hold on. Where's that cut? You just got the cut. I don't know the story anymore, but I mean,
he's a good-looking dude, but Michael Morales is better looking. I mean, it's on a scale of
bullshit, dude.
On a scale of Ryan Reynolds and Matt Damon, all good looking. Ryan Reynolds is better looking.
Then who?
Matt Damon.
That squinty-eyed fuck.
Which one is the squinty-eyed fuck?
Oh, Ryan Gosling. What'd you say, Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. I think Ryan Gosling's a little overrated, honestly.
Anyway. He's like the coolest dude in Hollywood, though.
He's definitely cool.
He's fucking cool as shit. And they fucking even was fucking that was my fucking girl, dude. I love Eva Mendes, and he locked that shit up, and they've been together for fucking ever too. So
they got kids, like
he's fucking cool as shit, and obviously she's cool as shit too. But as long as you have one kind of person that's not like typical Hollywood, because that's what ruins the relationships, right? The egos is fucking boom, boom, boom. So he's cool as shit because they've been together forever, no issues, anything. And they just kind of fucking do their thing.
Yeah, I think she stepped away from acting too. Like, I'm gonna raise the kids. You go make some money, and we're good to go. Listen,
Eva was fucking Jesus Christ. God damn.
She was like because she's got that Cindy Crawford mole going on, but she's ethnic. So she was like a caramel Cindy Crawford. It was unbelievable. Like, I don't know what her ethnicity is. Some sort of Spanish, but I don't know what kind. I don't know if she's Mexican or Puerto Rican.
By the way, have you seen the Beyonce Levi commercial?
No.
Oh, God. Jesus
and
Christ.
Saying ethnic is not like people have ethnicities. That's not like calling it I'm not gonna say it. That's like when old people are like Oriental for anybody it's not like that. Like, that's
you just
insane.
wanted to say it.
No, I was using an example. I made it very clear. That's what old.
Yeah, you could have not said it, but you really wanted to say
Well, because you know why I said it? Because I was starting to say it, and I said, no, I'm not going to say it. And then people's assumptions would have been far worse than that. So I was like, I'll say that. What is this? What am I watching? A fan? Oh.
We got to get our ad revenue in. Look at Beyonce.
How old is she? She's not even young.
Jesus Christ.
How old is she now? She's got to be 40-something years old. That is crazy. Anyway, we both picked Michael Morales. We're both very confident in that. The problem is this line is moving at an incredible... Yeah, dude, money, I guess. Money and just blessings from the gods. $9,700 in DraftKings Fantasy. That is tricky because this is a 5-round fight. There is potential for a finish here. Like, Gilbert is a little older. We just watched what JDM did to him. Even though Michael Morales isn't necessarily a diehard finisher, with 5 rounds to work, could be tricky. I'm going to lean on the artificial intelligence and the DraftKings Fantasy tools.
Backdrop.
What does that mean?
like a green screen, like a whole ass green screen right now.
The shirt's green. All right.
Go get the scale.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's see.
Here we go. Let's see if Angelo lost any weight towards his. If you guys missed it, Angelo wins $500 if he can be 15 pounds lighter next week.
I gained 0.3 pounds.
0.4 pounds.
0.4 pounds. How the fuck did I do? Oh, that's how much a pound. I didn't even. Jesus Christ. It's an uphill battle. All right. You know what's funny? While wrestling, you know exactly how much a gallon of water is 8 pounds. Like, you know what everything weighs. And we would stand on the scale with what we wanted to eat. Like, okay, can I eat this bagel? Stand on the scale. I can eat this bagel. Like, it's crazy. You literally knew exactly what everything weighed. So anyway, fuck you guys talking to me. 265 is crazy.
How much does an ounce of coke
big
weigh?
Dude. I'm a big dude. I don't know. I don't do drugs. Don't abuse drugs. Never did do drugs.
Probably an ounce.
Yeah, that is. What's heavier, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers?
What would hit the ground first in a vacuum?
What?
A brick or a feather in a vacuum. What hits the ground first?
The feather.
You are a fucking retard, dude.
What? What's the answer? I don't know.